Okay. Looks like it's working. Here's to hoping. Let me get the YouTube comments up. Yeah. All right. Can we hear everybody? Hopefully. Uh, uh, Okay, let me try this. I think I have. Try and speak one more time. Nope, that is not gonna. I can hear. Okay, where is it? It's in. Yeah, audio input capture. Oh, beta. Oh, I see it. Okay, let's see. Did that work? Okay, it is on, but I don't see your thing fluctuating when you talk. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I sure can. Yeah. Yeah, this should be fluctuating.
Put it all the way up and let's see. All right, you should. So that's where you were hearing the faint little voice. Is that you were hearing it from this desktop audio? Go see
Okay.
what your desk. And but also, I'm like hella low for some reason. Like I should not be that low. Like
Yeah,
my
so
audio.
when I turn on the collab cam, if you can see,
Yeah.
if you talk, it shows up.
No, no, that's exactly what you should be doing. Yeah, delete the other stuff and mute the desktop audio.
Okay.
Yeah, delete that. You don't need that.
Yeah, that's where it was before, and I was like, I don't understand why it's not
Yeah,
capturing then. So
and then
here,
and then for that desktop audio, just mute it. Yeah, you can put it to zero. That's fine.
Okay. Should be. Can you hear you? Yeah, your volume's up on here on the collab cam, so it should be working. There should be no issues. Did you hear it on the YouTube? I'm not sure, considering it's showing up on my mixer when you talk. Which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, it's good in the settings, so I don't understand why. Haven't heard her yet. Hmm, I do. I can take some of them off. Um, I mean, some of them are just like from different sources that are on my thing, but
All right. So let's see. I mean, my why is your desktop audio so low? Turn me up on your desktop. Like turn me up on Discord.
okay. I tried that.
All right, let's see. So now that I'm all right.
Let's
So
see.
I must be very loud now. So you can turn down the desktop audio a bit. All right, let me hear on the thing if you can actually hear me on the thing. So the audio should be in the yellow. It should never go into the red.
Okay, try and speak now.
All right. I am super loud.
Okay, here, let me turn that down just a little bit more.
All right. Let's see. So, all right. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, and then just make sure that the collab cam is like totally off. Turn that off to completely. So like now that the collab cam is off completely, it should be a little bit better. What I would suggest is after the screen, like after the stream, take out every single audio that you have and redo this entire thing. Like you can keep the background
Yeah.
and then only have 2 audios there. Have one with the collab cam and one with your thing. Okay. Okay, so I understand what's going on with your audio. Your mic is capturing my audio and it's causing an echo. And I can hear it because I can see it on your thing.
Yeah,
So
I
can you,
can
from
see
your
it too.
headphones, can you turn down Like from your headphones, are you able to turn down the audio on your headphones?
I can't. They're wired. Let me
Can you
see if I
turn down
can.
the audio on from your desktop, but not from the Discord, because the Discord has to stay. But on your desktop, you can turn down the audio.
Okay, let me turn that down just a little bit. Let me see if I can turn. Where's the Discord volume?
So it shouldn't be the Discord. It should be your own desktop audio, like not the Discord. Like don't touch the Discord audio. It should be like you see in the very right down corner of your thing, like from your computer.
Yeah, okay, I got that. It's down. Can
Yeah.
you? Is the mic still picking it up?
If let's see if the mic is still picking. Absolutely, yeah, it's still picking it up. So
Dang
I
it.
would yeah. So like from like your thing,
Here,
like the
let me.
little thing, you just want to like turn that down, and it should hopefully still be good then.
I feel like it's picking it up just a little bit. I wonder if I can adjust the sensitivity because I did it on the actual
You
mic
would have to go to
itself.
properties. Yeah, so if you go to properties there, you can add like a noise gate, and that may help, and like noise suppression.
Where is it in the settings? You mean in like the actual mic settings or?
What, no, from here, if you go to properties, not settings, properties, you have to right click.
Oh, gotcha. Where is it? Okay. I'm trying to find the source. Should be the mic in. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's just taking me to that. Or am I looking in the wrong spot here?
you have to go to the actual audio input on there where it says audio input capture because that's the one that you use, right? Where your microphone is, and then you right click and you go to properties. Properties? Maybe it's not that one. Go back. Right click again. Maybe it's not properties. Maybe it's filters instead. You go to filters, then edit filters, and then you can add a filter, and you can do like noise suppression,
There we go.
and then you can also add like a noise gate.
Let's
But
see.
if you but honestly, like if you just go to like your real desktop audio, like not like on Streamlabs, like in your desktop, and you turn that down, that would should hopefully fix it so that it's not as loud in your headphones.
Going to that right now. I think that's.
All right. Now that should be helping. Now let's just make sure that everything sounds good, and then we can hopefully start.
Just a little late. That's no big deal.
Little late, little late. All right, let's see. Hopefully this works.
I feel like it's still picking up just the tiniest bit, but
All right, that sounds a lot better if you look at it. It. All right, I sound a lot better on that. if you put in a noise suppression, or if you do like a noise gate, the noise gate will help. Probably better. What? Oh, now the thing sounds worse. What happened?
Can it? Okay, so it's still picking up me.
Yeah, and then it just shouldn't be picking up me. I think the issue is that your headphones. I mean, it looks like it's not picking up me now, so that's good.
Yeah. So
And then go down to my audio again, like where my audio is, and let's see where it has where's my audio being picked up?
there it is. Desktop.
Okay, so it's still picking up my audio. I would just turn me down. Actually, I just don't understand. My audio sounds like way worse on your computer than it does on mine for some reason. Uh, I guess that'll be fine. I would honestly, I would turn it. You see how you have my audio all the way up? I would
Yeah.
turn my audio down and I'll turn my gain up on my end. All
Okay.
right. All right. I'm going to turn up my gain here and I'm going to see how that sounds.
Okay.
So, testing, testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3.
It looks like you're not getting picked up, but you're still pretty loud, it seems.
All right. No, it just doesn't sound. It's all right. I turned down my gain. All right. I turned down my gain to see how that looks.
Sounded good there.
All right. Let's see. All right. I turned it down. I was a little bit quieter. I turned it back up. You can turn me up on your end a little bit louder, but then that should be good. Okay. That'll probably have to do. That'll probably have to do for the audio.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get
That
that.
sounds good enough.
We'll get that squared away. Okay. All right. See here. I just got to bring up the chapter. Looks like for some reason it is not picking up. Okay.
All right.
Are you reading on TCB or official?
I'm reading. I'm pretty sure this is official because I couldn't find it on TCB. So I found it on like this Read Black Clover online. I don't know if this is official or if this is something else. I can share where I'm reading it.
Okay, you are on a different site than I am. That one.
Yeah, because I have Shonen Jump on my phone. I can't get it on the PC though.
There we go. Now
All
people
right.
see it, and we can finally get into this. All right, cool. Okay, now I can finally stop sharing my screen.
All
Okay,
right. Let's
get back
get
to
into it. Nice.
only took so long. But that is okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for being so patient in the chat. Thank you guys so much for waiting patiently, and thank you, Chestnut, for being patient with me. Um, So, thank you guys so much for coming through. Oh, I just saw that that is wildly big. Hold up. My whole top of my Streamlabs thing is like the chapter. Hold up.
It looks good on the stream end.
Does it?
Yeah. That's usually I have it like super big on my streams too.
I usually just like have it in the corner just because I am terrified of the copyright.
You have a ton of stuff over top. You'll never get copyright for that. I will promise you. I would bet you 100 out of 100 you will never get copyright for that. But like I do the episodes like that where I have the full episode. I just have something in the middle. It never gets picked up.
Do you guys do volume and stuff on yours? Like, or is it like low in the back?
What do you mean?
Like when you
Oh,
guys
you mean
do the thing, do the
the
chapter
the you mean like
or
the
the episodes.
oh no, I don't have the volume. I just play music in the background, like
Okay,
free to use music.
that makes sense. All right,
Yeah.
we're good. Um, but thank you guys so much for hanging in there as we figure this out. I don't do a lot of collab stuff, so sometimes my stuff falls to the wayside, but I'm hoping to do more so that way we don't have to worry about this. But I just want to say thank you so much to Chestnut for finally making time for this stream. We both were super busy and sick and just doing a lot. But I also really wanted to on stream congratulate her for her 100K. I see the plaque in the
Thank
back.
you.
It looks good.
Thank you so
You're
much too.
killing it in the YouTube and the TikTok realm, and even on Instagram as well. And you're just doing an amazing job. And I watch all your content. And if you're not following her or subscribed to her, you're doing something wrong. So go fix that problem. And I just can't say enough nice things besides for the fact that I had to wait to hopefully say hi to you at Anime NYC, but you were very busy
I
there.
felt I literally had no internet. Everybody was texting me, and I'm like, I have no idea. I would get like bombarded with texts. I was like, oh well, there's everybody, bro. Because like
Yeah,
everybody was like, oh my god, let's meet up, and they're sending me like all these things. I had nothing. I had no reception. I had no data. I felt so bad because I was like, oh, nobody's messaging me back. Because I could send like some things, and then I would never get messages back, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then I get a bunch of them like outside, and they were like, oh, this was sent like 3 hours ago. I'm like, cool, nice.
yeah, it was tough. I think for everyone, it was really tough because like having signal there and like the spotty reception and like everything was not great. But the con
I had
itself,
T-Mobile, so my T-Mobile was not thugging through that. My T-Mobile was struggling.
see, I also have T-Mobile, and I was struggling because like when we were like in the densely populated areas, I got nothing. But then if we went out to take pictures with someone, it was fine. It was definitely hit or miss. But we'll definitely. I mean, we're definitely already planning Anime NYC again next year, and a bunch of other cons. So we will
Yeah,
definitely catch up. Not to mention maybe a Bills game.
definitely a Bills game. The Bills game. Shout out to the
So
Buffalo Bills.
yeah, they're
The
killing it.
goats.
Um, but without further ado, let's get into this chapter because we have waited long enough. So,
All right, let's get into it.
all right, you go first.
We're on chapter 372, right?
Yes.
All right. So I feel like we got to start out with the cool color spread, which honestly looks so nice. Uh, I think Tabata is just like so good. I always loved these. Colors are great. I think he's one of the most underrated artists in shonen. Love it. I don't know if you have any thoughts. I haven't seen any of this before. Like I'm going into this completely blind.
Yeah, this is my first look at this. I love that Charmy is on a manatee because it's a sea cow. I think it's really fitting. But Noelle always looks good, and the fact that she kind of already has like the mermaid garb down, it just fits really well. I think it's really great. Even the small little leeb, like right next to Asta, is a really cool detail. I really like this. But yeah.
All right, let's get into it. So the chapter starts off, and we see somebody running, and it says Master Nozel, and then we see bubble recovery magic, bubble refresher. He was shielding Lady Nebra and Master Solid. And this just like NPC over here, just like shocked. and now this NPC is like right in front of an angel, bro. Dead, instant death. And he goes, "These wounds are deep. By myself, I can't." And then this thing is like shrieking, and we hear song and dance combo, Sea God Slash. Oh shoot!
Oh, word?
What? What did they get here?
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing they came with uh Noelle because I mean they were with her when she got the what is it called? Leviathan power. But I didn't
Oh,
think that they were going to show up like this. I thought they were kind of fodder in comparison to everybody else, but it seems like they're doing something.
listen, bro. They may be fodder, but they're not like this bum NPC who I've never seen before. I have no idea who this black-haired dude is. I know
Dude,
these two
for
are from
real.
like the underground water arc, and she was like this cool girl, and she's a friend of Noelle, and like they've been partying out before, so at least this is like a recurring character. Like, who is this bozo, bro?
Yeah, how come he literally looks like if Tabitha was to draw Deku with like the goofiest hair.
That yeah, that's actually perfect. That's such a
Yeah.
perfect representation.
Yeah, it looks like
Um,
when he gets like blasted by Bakugo and then he has like the poofy hair for a while. It literally looks like this.
what are these twins name again? I can't remember their names.
Hmm. I
It
forget the names
is
too.
is it is it Kaito? One of them is Kaito, and then let's see who's the other girl? Because the dude's name is Kaito, and then relationship. No, come on, who's his sister's name, bro? Come on. It is Kaito and what's his face? Is it Kanohos?
I think so.
I
I
think
think you're right.
or Kahono. There we go. Right, so they're back. Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Honestly,
So we
it's
see them.
pretty great to see that, there's other mangaka that actually don't forget that they have other characters.
Listen, and you know what? They're actually doing something. So like, shout out to them. I
Yeah.
for totally forgot their names, but I remembered their faces. So shout
Yeah.
out to them for coming back. Uh, but now we're getting back to the actual juicy stuff. So we see where it says, uh, leave your siblings to us. We've been training too, and we're stronger now. We'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, let's hope.
And then we see, and give it your best, Noelle, who's going up against her mom, bro. That shit is
Dude, that
insane.
talk about trauma. Like, yo, I might have to clip my mom after I already was dealing with her getting clipped. That's crazy.
Uh, I'll be honest, I think it's really funny how similar she looks to her mom. Like, this is just Noelle, right? Like, no
Yeah.
wonder her siblings hated her, bro. She looks
Yeah.
exactly like her mom.
Yo, this is like a Harry Potter, like Snape treating Harry like shit because he looks like his mom. Like, this is crazy. It definitely is like she might as well have just cloned herself. That's crazy.
But I think, was that already? I think that was already 3 pages. So,
Yeah, I think so.
your turn. All right, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Let's see Noah's mom show out. All right, she says she uses magic, steel magic, silver feather shower. Yo, that's kind of tough. I love the Silvas and like their use of like silver magic. It's such a obtuse thought. Like it really is because when you think of magic, you really don't think of like manipulating silver as like one of the strongest things, but it's pretty fucking cool. Uh
It's like the mercury magic and stuff too. I
yeah.
think it's interesting that their metal magic is basically like water. And like it's very malleable, which is super interesting because their entire family kind of has this go with the flow vibe of magic. I think it's really cool, and it's something that you don't really see because usually when you think of like steel or even like steel type Pokemon, like steel magic, it's usually like super solid, like it's really strong and it's like it's unbreakable. Where it's like this one is like it's very malleable and it's used in the same way as the water magic is. So it's pretty interesting. I really like the way that they kind of switch steel magic on its head.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
especially because Noel's the was the water user in the family. It's just like those are like two peas in a pod. It's almost like they're using mercury, like just because of the way that it's a metal, but it's like liquid properties. Um, but then Noel basically turns into a Beyblade and uses water magic, Sea Dragon God's Vortex. That's pretty crazy.
It's
Man,
actually pretty sick.
yeah, that is sick. The way that she's just batting all of the silver away is dope. And then she used Sea Dragon God's Tail. Yo, her transformation is tough. I'm not gonna lie. I love like the armor and the way it looks. It does look awesome.
It's so cool. Noelle is like one of my favorite characters in Shonen. I can't wait for the anime to come back because like she's given so much respect. Like especially after like with JJK, My Hero, like a lot like even though like I think My Hero did like Toga and Uraraka like fight okay. You don't really see them balling out like this, bro. Like in a battle
Yeah.
shonen, women always get relegated to the sideline where it's like in Black Clover, bro, we got like Marilolina and she's like balling out, like turning into this crazy like flash fire star level character. And then we have like Noelle and she's like has this dragon transformation and she's like fighting her dead mom to the death. Like this stuff is just so cool. And it's like
Yeah,
the fact that like we see like the main female characters actually getting a solid fight and and I don't think she's gonna be saved by like one of the male characters. Like it's not like Asa's gonna come in and save her, right? Like she's gonna have like a legit fight where she's not relegated to the sideline, or it's not just like she ends up getting like crazy injured after doing nothing. Like she's actually doing something. I love it. It's so cool.
yeah, it's definitely one of the one of the only shonens I feel like that does female character fights really well, and it's not like she is the weakest amongst them. Like you always have that like the trio where it's like oh it's Sasuke and Naruto, and then Sakura's like mid, like and then
Yeah.
but it's like Asta and her probably are pretty close to the same level. He's just like a small step above her, and it's like they could still go pretty well toe to toe. Like it would be extreme diff either way, and you just don't often see that. Like even in One Piece, like the only strong females on the crew, like Robin is like a step above as far as like fighting strength. Nami just overcompensates with like her intelligence and like her like Zeus and stuff like that. Like this is someone who like can go toe to toe with the MC. I feel like on equal footing almost. Like it's
Yeah,
really
it'd
well
be an
done.
interesting fight. It'd be a cool fight. It wouldn't just be like a no diff complete solo. You know what I mean? It'd be like okay, like
Yeah.
Asta would absolutely have to try like go into one of his forms in order to beat Noel, which I love. I think it's super interesting.
Yeah, like a Naruto would probably dog walk Sakura with no problem. And like this is actually like a contest. Um the thing is I'm not a Sakura hater. I just feel like she got done so dirty by Kishimoto. He just like stopped caring about anybody but Sasuke and Naruto in Shippuden, and that's all he cared about. He didn't care about the growth of any of the other characters.
Listen, I agree. I am a Sakura hater, so hey, I don't like her, bro. I hate how she was done.
Yeah, he nods his way better. Thank God for that. Um, but anyway, Noel's mom says, "Who thought I'd get to take part in such a thrilling fight again?" This is kind of cool. Like this is a really cool moment that they are actually sharing in this moment, and she gets to see her daughter's growth firsthand, even if it's in a bad way where they're having to fight each other to the death. Um, but she says, "I'm hitting you with all the power I've got, Noel." Dang, she looks like she's about to go crazy. Oh wow, she's using water magic. That makes sense
That's
now.
actually insane.
This
That's
makes a
actually insane.
yeah, this is crazy. The fact that she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go with it. And then
It makes so much sense.
yeah, and the fact that she has two different styles of fighting is crazy. Like you've only I wonder, does she have two different grimoires? Or wait, no, that's right, because
The
the
other,
angels have two different attributes. Like
yeah,
it's possible that this actually was her from the jump, the way that she's able to
oh,
do this.
that would be interesting to think like which one like is actually hers. I would assume it was the steel magic because they called her like the Steel Princess or something. Remember she had like that
Yeah,
nickname,
yeah,
or like the Iron Maiden, something like that.
yeah,
Something to do with steel. But it is kind of interesting that her second attribute is water, which just it just makes so much sense because of how malleable the steel is and like how it's been so free flowing. I like that.
yeah.
I think it's really cool.
I mean, honestly, if can have two different types of magic and he's a normal person, he's not an angel. So if he can have two, I feel like there are other people I think like they're just special, which would make sense that it would be Noel's mom would be that special. Um,
I'd love that, bro. That'd be awesome.
yeah. Um, and honestly, she's a hard counter for um Marileona, like hard counter. Like if that's
I'll take
true.
very honest.
But anyway, Noel says an attribute other than steel, water magic. Right, and I think it is your turn.
All right, so we get this like these crazy panels where we see this water building up, and then it has like these kind of like tentacles that like shoot out and are like trying to hit Noelle, and she's kind of dodging all of them. And then we get to see like another panel where this is like huge destructive like power of this water magic, which is basically taking over the entire town at this point. There's a little whoosh sound effect there. And then we kind of see like this huge like tornado type like hurricane spiral like of water like in the middle, and we see like this cone peeking up, and then we see Noelle's mom just like peeking over. Oh my gosh. And there's this giant like hawk made of water, bro.
Yo, what?
The thing is she brought the hawk. Can Noelle bring the Tua, bro? Can Noelle bring the Tua?
I wasn't even thinking that, and then I was like looking down at like the next panel, and I was just like imagining her just being like, "This is the tour." Um,
Oh my god.
that's crazy.
Uh, but then we see. I'm pretty sure this is Noelle in this bottom panel, and it looks like she did bring the Tua,
Yeah,
and she has this huge like dragon coming out. So that must be like Sea Dragon's roar. Super cool. We see this huge panel where both of them collide and kind of explode back. Noelle's mom takes this to her advantage to try to like grab Noelle, like off guard, and then it seems like Noelle blocked her with her own sword. I think.
yeah,
I think that this was a solid block. And then which one is this? Is this solid?
yeah,
And he goes, she has even more strength, and it says, "There's no way we can win." And then we see this. I think this is my last panel where it says we have this crazy panel of Noelle. Great art, by the way. I love Tabitha's art in this chapter. Just especially like the detail in her eyes. Like her eyes are just so detailed here. But
yeah.
she goes, "I'm not done yet," and she's screaming. And we see Solid over there, and they're still fighting in the air. And Solid is kind of on the ground like Noelle, and we see it's like, "I can't fight. I don't want to fight, mother." And he goes, "I'm sure that wasn't the only reason." All right, your turn.
I just want to say that this is dope. Like it really is. Um, the fact that like they're clashing on equal footing, but like the mom, I feel like just has like so much battle experience that in the clash she wasn't like waiting for it to finish, and so she just pushed. And she definitely, it looked like she kind of blocked it, but it still managed to like clip Noelle just slightly on the cheek, and that's why she's like bleeding on her mouth. But like, yeah, that art is so good. Like the way
So
that
good.
uh like Noelle's eyes are almost like the like slits, almost like a serpent. It is really interesting because like she has like the Leviathan gear on and stuff like that. Um, but I also these panels are chef's kiss because I love in anime when someone is treated like absolute dog shit because they are supposedly not strong, and then getting to see the people who treat them like dog shit be like, wow, this person is leagues above where I'm at. This is perfect. I love the, you know, uh, just like the really good payoff of that. It's
It's
one of
like
my
the
favorites.
commoner and the royals. I love that dynamic where it's just like, oh, this commoner can't do anything, and then it's like, oh my gosh,
Have
we did
you
it. I love that.
have have you ever watched Wistoria Wand and Sword?
I have not watched that one yet.
That one is like the that one is exactly that. Like it's one of those good payoffs, like constantly being underestimated and just like showing why, you're still like a step above the rest. That it's fucking awesome for that. Um
I may need to see. I may need to watch that one.
it's only 12 episodes so far. It's been greenlit for the second season, but the animation is awesome.
All
Um
right, I'll have to check that out when I get time.
but then we see like this shadowy figure, and it looks like Solid is up against it's how he imagines his mother, basically. And it says, I don't have the courage to face an enemy I can't hope to defeat. And then there's like a picture of him just basically making fun of commoners. Uh, and he says, I toy with weaker opponents and torment them mercilessly. And yet, when I face someone stronger than I am, others protect and shield me. And it's, wait,
I
and
despair.
I despair. It's pathetic. Yeah, like, I mean, even when he kind of got, him slapped by his brother, and was kind of like, hey, get your shit together, but he still came to his rescue like crazy. But then
Oh,
uh wait, is this the sister as well?
yeah, it's the sister as well. Oh,
What is her name? Um
it's there's Solid,
Nozzle.
Noelle, and hold on.
I need the encyclopedia.
I know. I'm like, I can't. Nebra.
Nebra. So it's
What a
both of
dumb
them.
name.
Yeah, that's a terrible name. It doesn't even go well with the rhyme scheme of their
I
family.
I know.
Wild.
No wonder we forgot it.
Yeah. And then uh Solid is like I'm, and Nebra's like I've been, and they both say so utterly wretched. Well, yeah,
Oh,
no shit. Way to come
so
co-
good,
come
bro.
to it late. But we love a comeback story. So let's see what else happens. We were the ones who were weak. Noelle constantly faced her weaknesses. She tried to get stronger. The power to find hope in a painful situation. That is true. And then it is your turn.
Dang. Actually, I'm so glad that we get them coming too because I mean they've been so, especially like when the first fight when Noelle beat Solid, that was just so rich. But it's like to
Yeah.
see how far Noelle's come and to for them to like acknowledge that and be like, we were always weaker than her because she had the strong mindset. So good, bro. Ugh. But then we see again another crazy clash between Noelle and her mom. The art here is fantastic. We see a lot of action panels here. Seems like Noelle is splitting her mom's attack. Is and also was able to deflect it, but it seems like her mom may have the upper hand. And her mom goes, "That was extremely entertaining. Thank you, Noelle." And then we see. Noelle get pushed out of the way. Oh, dang! Oh my
Yo.
damn! And then and we see the Noelle goes, solid? And then we hear, Nebra, even if you're weak, I love you. Master Lucius will create a perfect world where everyone is equal. Come be reborn, and let's make a fresh start together. And we see this conversation go, and then it goes. We see Solid go.
It that is weird. Hold on, let me see if I can get the collab cam back to where it should be. It's got a weird overlay right now. Let me.
Oh.
Do you see
My
it?
hair is. Yeah, I see. My
It's
camera. I can pop out and come back in, but
yeah. See if you can quick do that.
yeah. Let me leave, and then let me pop back in.
It almost looked like you were being deep faked in real time.
Yeah, it looked like my hair had come over. All right. You can invite me back in, and I should look okay.
Okay. Yeah, it looks normal now. I see you.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
my
back at
hair
it.
was like over my face. Word
Yeah,
up. Um,
going back to the emo days.
apparently. All right. I think I had so my one page was mostly fights. So those were my
Yeah,
3 pages.
and you can keep going.
All right. Oh, actually, there's only 2 pages left. I'll just finish up this chapter
All
because
right.
there's just some big stuff. So we see Solid go. I don't want to make it so it never happened. I want to make a fresh start right here. Solid, Nebra, and then we see, and that is why the 4 of us will defeat you, Mother.
Yo,
Damn.
that's tough. That is tough. Honestly, I forgot, but I'm pretty sure didn't uh Nozel just like completely get bodied like straight off rip
Yeah,
against
bro.
his mom. It even looks like there was like a torn part of his clothes like right there at the end, and I'm pretty sure she just like ran him through.
Yeah, she absolutely demolished it, bro. She literally 1v3'd the rest of them, and then Noelle was the one who got the closest. So I
That's
don't know, bro.
crazy.
I think she sold, bro. She should have taken out Noelle first because these other people are straight trash garbo. They are going
Yeah.
to do absolutely nothing. Get ready to play support, y'all.
Yeah, I was just about to say all you
Oh
got to
my
do
god.
is distract. Just be like, "Hey mom, remember that one time I broke the vase?" And she was like, "That was you?" Like that's about the most they can hope to do here. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
That is a tough
it
panel though.
it's so cool. It is insane how strong Noelle's mom is. Like their mom is like crazy. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I honestly like. I mean, again, we don't know if she has both attributes. I just would assume so, just because I think it makes the most sense. But like, I'd say she's like one step below like Wizard King level, like just because of
Interesting.
like how strong she is. I mean, she also used to like. I mean, she was toe to toe with Marileona.
Oh.
Like they knew each other.
Yeah, and Marileona obviously is Wizard King level. I mean, even in the technically non-canon movie, even though I think it's like technically non-canon, technically canon. It falls in a really weird area. Marileona
Yeah.
was absolutely soloing Wizard King level people.
Oh
So
yeah,
like,
that was
and also
crazy.
she bodied Nozel, bro. Absolutely bodied this man, bro.
Yeah.
There was nothing. Ate left no crumbs. He absolutely soloed him, and this is one of those dudes who's like buying for the Wizard King spot. So
Yeah. Here's the thing though.
leagues above.
What's so crazy to me is I feel like everyone outside of like Austin, and now Noel are just like complete trash that are going for that spot. I think maybe Yami might be up there, but like the rest of them to me are just so terrible. Like look at Jack. Jack got destroyed straight out the gate. I'm like, that dude's a captain. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
that's bananas to me. Like, how could this person be even close to captain level? I don't know. Let's just say the stocks are low. Stocks are very low for captains.
They kind of are, bro. They're just getting absolutely bodied left and right.
They are. They're just there's no coming back for them. They're done. They're
Yeah,
cooked.
bro.
Um. All right, let's go to that next chapter.
All right.
That chapter felt long, and it was a good one.
Oh,
So
that one was a pretty good chapter.
ready for this. All right. And then you see the siblings and Rando guy making a second appearance. What?
Oh, let's go.
He's getting
It's
all the screen time.
I totally forgot their names again, bro. Totally
It's
forgot the
like
twins' names.
I want to say it's like Kaida something. I don't know.
Kaito. I think it's
Kaito.
Kaito and Kanato.
Yeah,
Kanato.
something like that.
Something like
I'm gonna
that.
just I'm gonna just call them the twins.
And
It,
the NPC twins,
yeah,
bro.
and dude, the NPC in the middle is crazy. The fact that he got another panel, I would not have put money on that. Um, but
I don't know
okay,
who
so
Finn is, bro.
I don't know. Apparently, he might have a good shot at Wizard King compared to Jack at this point. Um,
Yo, Jack is so
he's so. I was so mad because I thought Jack was so cool, and then he was just so bad. I was like, "What is happening?"
They
Um,
don't call him Jack the Ripper for nothing. Jack the ripped in half, bro.
yeah, dude, he got ripped up. All right. So they say, take care of the rest for us, Silvas. Mist magic, bewildering forest of mist. You mean to tell me that their game plan is just making fog?
Bro, Zebra over here is like the worst out of all of them, bro. I never like she just sucks. She's just awful.
God.
Like I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You know that she can control water, right? Like that's just you're making water in the air. You might be making her job easier. Whose side is she on? Like,
Yeah, literally so dumb. Like
oh my god.
get away from
She's
get us out of here, bro.
she's practically a waterbender, and you're like, what if I just make a lot of water in the air? Like, what are we doing? And he's thinking in her head, which is whack. Even if it's just a few moments, we need time. And she says, let's come up with our next move now while we can. Whack. Nozella says, Noel, you've always had extraordinary latent magic. You couldn't control it, and it ran wild again and again. At some point, you acquired the habit of unconsciously holding back as you cast spells. Okay.
Damn, bro.
So you mean she's nerfing herself? That's
No,
bananas.
Noelle is auto nerfing herself, bro. This is insane.
For real. She's like, hold on, let me give you guys a handicap. Uh, and he says, you're pour all your magic and power and the power of the Leviathan into one attack, then unleash it. There's no other way we can win. And she says, but when could I? I think that's right now. And like I said before, of course, no, their mom literally just parts the mist. Like what? Like, come on. And even she said, come
Holy
on.
shit.
Even she said, come on. She was like, come on. Like, we're not finished yet.
Which which one of my trash daughters did this, bro?
Yeah.
Which one of you losers, bro?
Yeah.
Uninherited. Give me back the
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Like I'm going back in time to get rid of you. Um and they're all kind of squaring up, but Nebra is nowhere in sight. I just want to say that. She was like, I made the miss, I'm done. I'm tapping out. Next person, come up to bat.
She sucks, bro.
Literally, that's crazy. Um, and then it says, I will entrust everything to the three of you. Is that Nebra? That's what it looks like. She's literally just like, she's like, all right, I did my part. That's crazy. All right, it's all you.
All right. So we'll say I'll discard my usual ever-changing style. Okay, it says big brothers exist to protect their siblings. Focus purely on defending. Interesting. So he went from a completely offensive, like his usual magic, but he has the defensive magic in the back, bro.
Yo,
Would have been
low.
useful a couple times.
I was just
Would have
about to
been
say, how about when you just got psyched down like a few chapters ago by your own mom? That's crazy. But
could have.
I, the thing that blows my mind, and this is what I think is like, not to bring up another Naruto reference, but dude it could be Gara, who literally has like the silver on the tip of his skin that literally just like comes to defend, but also be using silver to attack at the same time. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't be doing both. Like,
I
I
don't know
don't.
if it's like he can't. Like if his silver is free flowing, like it can't defend. You know what I mean? Like it has to be
Maybe.
either all attack or all defense because of the way. Well, it's Mercury actually. So like I'm
Yeah.
assuming like to make the Mercury harder and to like make it, it's probably not going to be as fast, and so he has to like put it all into defense, which makes sense, right? But this would have maybe been a little useful during the elf arc when your family was getting absolutely like 360 no scoped by every single angle. I don't know, maybe make a giant guardian to blow the top off the thing and take out half of those people. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, like
Still
if you
doesn't
were,
suck, bro.
what I want to know is why would you have to sacrifice your defense for the attack, like, and vice versa? Like, why couldn't you just make a like a Mercury sword or something like that? Make Mercury wings or something. Like, I feel like there's something else you can do besides becoming basically a silver Ken doll. It just seems like a weird kind of move, but I guess.
I don't know, bro. Don't ask me. I don't know. Oh, it's like on it, so it's like completely hardened on his skin. So it's almost like a monozone basically.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Where he's like making like all of his mana is there. So hopefully he doesn't get like punctured again. I don't know.
Yeah,
Could, could have been useful.
yeah. There's definitely other
Could have been,
times.
a couple other times where you've been punctured all the way through, and it's been actually an issue throughout the entire series. But I digress. Let's
Yeah.
continue. We see Nozel, I guess, grab his mom, bro. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
He's
it
gonna.
looks.
You gonna bleed on her, bro?
Yeah.
What is your game plan? And he goes, "I'll buy you more time. You know what you need to do, Nozel." And then we see both of them behind her, and um, they look so pathetic, bro. These two look so pathetic.
Yo, imagine your sister is beat up and you stand behind her. Like,
They're like, we're terrified.
yeah, like go out there. You're doing great before. Um,
But we
uh,
see, and we see Nebra over here go. Solid and I will support your spell. Don't think about control or any of that stuff. Just charge your magic, then let it fly. And she goes, all right. She looks cool, like badass, bro. She looks cold as hell
yeah.
right here. Um, so we see, I mean, no, Nozel ain't doing much, bro. He's just getting absolutely beat from every corner. Oh, here we go. It says, not bad, Nozel, but your mercury magic is poisonous. Simply maintaining that spell hurts, doesn't it? Okay, alright. So at least they're
Okay.
like, yo, his magic
There,
sucks.
yeah. Honestly, like if you're not just attacking, you're poisoning yourself. That's wild. And it
Yeah, this is
also,
this is genuinely the worst.
how's this dude breathing? It made no nose holes, nothing.
I don't
Just
know, bro. Through his
just eye
eyes?
holes, just eye holes. I guess.
He's an anime character. He doesn't need to breathe, bro.
I guess that's true.
But then we
Yeah.
see the mom go, I'll put you out of your misery. And then it's your turn.
Yo, their mom is savage. I wonder if she was this crazy when she was alive.
I hope so, bro. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Like I kicked, Nozel off a castle just to see, if he would survive.
Would be so cool.
That would be crazy. All right, and then we see the other siblings, the one good one and the other two terrible, um, just like charging up what seems to be like a spirit bomb or probably like a Kamehameha. Um, and they're both just like, yo, this is crazy. She literally, Solid is like, what brutal magic. And like, it looks like Nebra is getting hurt by being in the picture. Like, and
Yes.
that's like, what?
They're so pathetic, bro. Noelle's magic is so much stronger than them that even just helping her out is like destroying their skin, bro.
That's crazy. I've never seen anything like this. You were
The
just like,
flex is insane.
you're magic adjacent and you're getting destroyed by it. And they're both like freaking out, and she's over here like, to defeat Mother, I'll need more and more. I'm like, they're like, dude, we can't even handle what's going on right now. I don't know
She
where.
just did an insane Kamehameha, bro. It's about to
Yeah,
be the most insane Kamehameha ever. It was great.
yeah, and look, if it continues on the next page, they're bleeding everywhere. Like, bro, you're ruining the fits. Crazy. And so, of course, she's getting concerned. She's like, it's a reaction to the magic. And she says, Nebra, solid. And they're both like, don't hold back. Who do you think you're worrying about? This is nothing. As they like, blood is dripping out of their mouths. And
It's so pathetic.
yeah, and she's like, this is nothing. Not compared to what we did to you. Wow.
Damn.
That's true. You should hang out a
That's
little
right
bit
on the
longer
money.
and all this. Stay a while. Uh,
The fact that her magic is so much stronger than theirs though, that it's like genuinely like hurting them to the point where they're just like ripping themselves up and she has no reaction. It's just her magic. Like
yeah,
it's absolutely insane. And like especially after they were saying she was a failure and she's like the strongest. Oh, that karma.
yeah. This
Great.
is so great. It really is. This is pure gold to me. I love irony, and this is the most ironic thing to happen. Imagine you're so pathetic that the person that you bullied for being weak is just basically existing, and you're like dying because you're in their presence. Crazy.
It's just insane.
And then we see uh, Nozel is like breaking through a wall with uh, their mother. And I think that is 3.
All
You
right.
are up.
All right, so we see Nazel over here, and he's throb, throb, and he goes, "This pain is the punishment for my sin, and the atonement that will allow me to rebuild my siblings' bonds." I don't think that's for you to decide, homie.
Yeah.
But I guess
That,
good start, I guess. I mean, I understand. Like Nozel has always like liked Noelle, but never wanted her to like end up like his mom because she looks so much like her. So like I always understood Nozel, right? Like Nozel was doing it out of this protective need because he loved his sister, but it just he didn't do it in the right way, and they ended up like messing up basically her whole life, right?
yeah.
But then she found Asa and she ended up being fine. The other siblings though, they're just assholes, bro. They
Terrible.
literally are the worst, most terrible people ever. Looked down on their own sister, like they don't deserve anything. They deserve like nothing, bro.
Yeah.
But Noelle is just too good of a person, so unfortunately she'll forgive them. But it'd be really interesting if she's like, you know what, like you guys can atone. I'll tell you if I ever want to forgive you or
You,
not, and if we
this
ever
is
fail to
so
forgive.
crazy because I'm just like, it's like, this is the atonement. It's like, have you tried just saying sorry?
Yeah, have you
Like,
tried actually atoning?
Like, no, I'm actually gonna just get my ass beat by my mom real quick, and that'll be the bond that we like form. It's like you guys are literally trauma bonding by having to re-murder your mother. Like this is not a good stepping stone to get back to where things should be.
I agree. Oh my
Crazy.
god. So then we see at the bottom panel, both of them are they are not having a good time. And Nozelle's like, I haven't charged up yet completely, not yet. And she goes, if I go any further, you two will. These people are so weak, bro. But we
So
see,
trash.
I think this is I think this is Nebra who's saying this, where she's going, I loved Mother. She was strong, dashing, and more beautiful than anything. You were the very image of our mother, which she literally was, bro. Literally the exact same.
Yeah, clone.
And Nebra, and she goes, and I was jealous of you. Nebra, when you were little, I saw glimpses of the incredible magic within you, and I hated it. I had water magic too, you see. It was a relief when I found out that you couldn't control that magic. I mistreated you, planted fear in you, just to make sure you wouldn't defy me. Noelle, I think this is my last page then, where it goes, I'm sorry. And we see both of them finally apologize. Jesus Christ. Took
That's
them
what
long
I've been
enough.
saying. Like I was like, yeah, did you try sorry? And then literally they would it's like they heard me and they're like, yeah, maybe we should do that.
Oh my gosh. So finally, and then we see Noelle and we see her, the magic kind of go, and she goes, okay. I actually appreciate that she didn't say I forgive you. She just said, okay. Like, I
Yeah.
like that. Hopefully she doesn't just forgive them. And she's like, all right, that's a good first step.
Yeah.
Because they were assholes, bro. They were the worst.
Oh yeah, they were
But
absolute dicks.
and now it's your
Um
turn. So I think you can just finish up the chapter then.
okay. Um I love the look on their faces. Like it is really well done. Like the blood, it honestly is really kind of cool because they all almost have the same blood pattern on their face and they're like all kind of facing the same way and everything. I just think it's really like it just captures a lot of emotion. I really like the way that they have this panel set up. Um and just them to me it almost seems like they're saying I'm sorry, like they're kind of getting all of this out because they don't want anything between them because she's not completely charged, and if they like pass or anything happens, like they don't want to leave anything on the table. And this is her, like I feel like this is them saying sorry, but it's also like a double meaning in the way that they're basically saying like, hey, like I'm sorry, just go for it. And then that's I think that's her affirming like, okay, like I'm okay to do this, you know.
I
um
appreciate it. I think it's sick.
Yeah. And then this blast is looking crazy. The It's like she has a Leviathan cannon. That's pretty bananas. Um I love the way this looks, and that looks crazy.
That's insane.
And with like Nozelle's like last moment, he like smacks his mom back and takes her lance so she doesn't have a weapon, and like knocks her back just enough for that cannon to go off. And that does look kind of like a Kamehameha, just like straight to her.
That
And
looks insane.
it just blasts her. Like it looks like she's even like caught off for a second because like you get to see like her back is turned to the blast, and it's like she's turning around while getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah,
And
her hawk completely destroyed, bro. Like not even.
yeah, she's like, last ditch effort. I'm going to throw this magic. And it just immediately got destroyed. And I'm not going to lie, she's taking this thing like a champ. It's pretty insane that she's just handling this for even a second. and she's basically getting blown back, and she sees her kids, and she says, "It's a shame, but I got to see my children all grown up and strong. As a mother, I'm satisfied." And she's breaking apart as she says it and just absolutely gets disintegrated.
What a lie, bro. You had to see one child die. Maybe two. Maybe two. You got to
Yeah.
see your other bum ass kids get wrecked,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, they could barely
One
hang
child
in the
broke
room.
wrong.
Yeah. She was
Oh,
like,
I love it.
the one that I basically cloned, she did pretty well. That's crazy. And it says, "You took the long way around, but you finally become a family, haven't you?" And
Damn.
damn, that is crazy. And that is the end. Wow. That is a good fight.
I'm glad they finally finished it. I think this is probably gonna be insane when it's animated. I'm so excited. They did the family dynamic really well. I'm kind of really happy that everybody realizes that Noelle on top. Noelle has the biggest balls in the family. Nozel has at least, I mean, ever since like the elf arc, he's like basically taken responsibility. Nice to see the other two finally apologize though. Really appreciated that.
Yeah, that was really well done. And like it's similar to how we said, like, it's not like someone came in that was stronger than her and like tried to save her. It was actually like like an actual moment where they had to rally together um for this moment. It wasn't like a damsel in distress moment. If anything, she was the only one who could actually take her out. She just needed time and the affirmation to do it, um, which was really great. And honestly, this gives me like heavy, heavy like vibes of the Todoroki family and Dobby situation. Like I thought that that was really well handled, and I think that this was like right there with it. Like they were able to all see the error of their ways and try and redeem, you know, the things that they did in the past. Like it's and again, just like in My Hero, it wasn't the end of that. Like that was the starting point, and I feel like that was very much the essence of this. It's definitely not like they're not going to go back to being super pals right after this. Like this is going to be a long road of trouble where they're going to have to solve all their complex emotions and stuff like that. And this isn't just like a, hey, now that we stopped mom, we're all friends, and you know the past 20 years of trauma is cool. Um, so I just thought it was really well done. Um, you know it's obvious that you know uh, the mangaka really understands a troubled family dynamic and what goes into to solving that sort of thing. It was just really well done.
Yeah, I think it was really good. I agree with a lot of what you said, especially with the family dynamic, the parallels to My Hero. All in all, I thought it was a massive W. I thought that this was great. Um, I think the chapters are 10 out of 10. Honestly, like the last little bit of Black Clover seems to just be kind of perfectly written. Everything that needs to be hit is being hit. And it's not falling into this trap of sidelining its female characters or not giving us these complete fights. Everything we wanted from Black Clover is being solidified in this ending. Black Clover may be one of the first endings in recent times to actually give us a great ending. I mean, every chapter has been satisfying. Like when I was reading JJK, every chapter after Gojo and Sukuna sucked. Like there were some really good ones, but it was like, okay, cool. Like this one just keeps happening. It's just stronger, 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 stronger. Same thing's happening. And then eventually, like because of the way that the manga actually ended, like I didn't like it. I won't spoil anything, but it's like I really didn't like the ending. I thought that they dragged out stuff for way too long. Where it's like Black Clover, it's like I got 2 chapters solely dedicated to the fight of this family. You know what I mean? It was great. We got everything. Cool. We're moving on. Everything is wrapped up. It's like that's what I want to see. I want to see things getting like wrapped up at the end. Because now I know that like the Asta fight that's been kind of going on bits by bit, like, and we've been getting a little bit of that. Like I think they're just gonna perfectly seal that. It's like what else really needs to be done in Black Clover? We just have to finish up with Asta and see if he becomes the Wizard King, right? Like that. Like
Yep.
that's it.
Yeah,
So
I
you know,
I agree.
I'm happy with this. I mean, it's just like everything that I wanted to see in Black Clover is being finished. It's not like things are off screened, right? Or things like they're pushed to the wayside. Like all of the world building that I wanted to see from Black Clover is kind of done, and I'm sure like with in the very end we'll see kind of. I mean, I'm sure we'll see him take over the Spade Kingdom, right? I'm sure he's
Yeah.
probably going to become the Wizard King of the Spade Kingdom. That's what they've been setting him up for, and it'll open up relations between the two kingdoms. So I think that'll be great. I think that they set this up perfectly for both Asta and to quote unquote become the Wizard King. Um, I mean, everything else, like with the angels, has been like explained. We're getting great closures to everything, like the Silva family arc, great closure. Marilena and Fugolion, great closure. What else do we need? You know what I mean? What else are we looking for? I think that they're hitting every single mark. Like this has just been so solid all the way through. Sucks that it's monthly because we don't get this every week, but I mean, art's fantastic, story's fantastic. I think this ending's gonna be a banger. I think it's gonna be great.
I honestly couldn't agree more. And the reason being is they really like I feel like Tabata was basically like, hey, like I want to make this perfect and I don't want the constraints of a weekly shonen to get in the way of me actually making this the perfect ending. And I feel like that's something that My Hero and JJK and other manga in the past have very much suffered from. They have weekly deadlines, they have to be in this chapter, you know, they need to be in this Shonen Jump issue, and it's just like you just don't have that with this. So you can actually flush out the story, you can make the artwork really fucking good, like 10 out of 10, good artwork. And I feel like this is showing exactly where Black Clover is going to be the best new gen anime ending, because sure, we have a lot of great, you know, new gen animes, you know, I gotta say JJK is up there. It's great. Um and you know, the animation is great, the story was great, but it did not stick the landing. It didn't even stick half of the ending because
Yeah.
of the way that it just one was received by the public, but also like leading up to it, it just got so boring. Like I had to binge 5 chapters just for it to be, you know, enjoyable. And like if you're going doing a weekly shonen, that's what you can't have, because otherwise people just get bored with it. Um, but it's like, you know, and then My Hero did not stick the landing. They had everything up until right at the end and did not land it. And I feel like Black Clover is being handled with such care and meticulous handling of how they're doing the story that it's going to end good. I think I have a lot of faith in Tabata to do that, because they nailed, like you said, the, like, you know, Fuglione and Marileone like nailed that. You know, they're nailing the stuff, like the whole thing where Yami is dealing with what's his name? Um what's his what was his name? Not Licked, but his brother. Um
Uh, his brother. Are you talking about Patri?
no. What was the vice captain of the Black Bulls?
Oh, Knocked.
Knocked.
Vice
Um
captain.
yeah, Knocked and his brother, whatever his name was. I forget what his brother's name was. Um, but like handling that
Okay.
situation and then also bringing in Yami's sister and kind of trying to get all that figured out, as well as like the Asta Yuno fight that's happening. Like they are doing such justice. And like I usually hate the trope. Like I think Naruto did it the best, and that was even still kind of iffy, where they bring characters back. but every character they brought back had a purpose and a reason why they were brought back, and it's reflecting in the story and pushing the characters forward in a way that makes the most sense. And so like just the care that they're taking with the character that they have is showing me that they already care more than some of the other,
I
characters. And
agree.
I don't feel like anything that's happening right now as they're doing these last fights feels like an ass pull. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to anime and manga is when a transformation or a last minute ditch effort feels like an ass pull. Noelle pulling out all of her magic power and stopping her mom felt like that made sense. Like
Yes.
it doesn't feel like, oh, the writer's just giving this person something at the end to make them relevant. Like that it all feels organic. And that's the only thing I feel like I can ask for when it comes to an ending is to, make it feel like it's part of the story and not just like a, hey, I'm trying to wrap this up.
Yes,
So I
I totally agree. I think you hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah. So I can't say enough good things about Black Clover. There's a lot of Black Clover haters out there. They always say copy Clover and all that other stuff. But like I think that it is by far one of the most solid of the new gen. And I think it will have the most solid ending.
I 100% agree. 100%. Because like this was great. 10 out of
Yeah.
10 chapter.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for the next two. I'm already excited for the next ones and we got a little bit of time. Um, But yeah, so that is all I had. And it has been a really uh, great time reading this chapter with you. It's always a pleasure to do these reviews, and I always appreciate you taking time out of your day to do these live streams with me. You're a big YouTuber, and I appreciate all the love.
I thank you so much for having me on. I always love reading the chapter. The worst part is trying to get the audio working at the very beginning for an hour. Every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's the worst
Hope,
part. It's the
hopefully soon you figure it out and you
yeah.
just have it solid so you can have more guests on. Because I feel like we always take like longer to get the audio working than the actual review.
Yeah,
um,
this
but it's
time
it's
for
it's
sure.
always it's always a pleasure coming on. I love reading Black Clover with you because I got nobody else to read it with, so it's always fun talking about it. So thank you so much for having me on Nerdtaku. And if you guys aren't subbed to Nerdtaku, what are you doing? Make sure that you guys subscribe down below. He just streams all the time. I know usually like with your schedule you do them like late at night and stuff, but I mean you do great stuff. So hopefully people start to recognize it. 1,000 subs coming soon, my friend.
Thank you so much. I can't wait for that moment. I'm gonna now that I've officially, I got the job that I needed to get, and now I'm locked in as far as that goes, and everything else. Hopefully I can lock in on the content creator stuff and knock that out of the park. But I just appreciate you coming on here. Definitely want to eventually get to talk some One Piece because One Piece has been great. Um, and especially talk some more about my emu theory moving forward. But I won't hold you up any longer. And if you are watching the stream and you are not subbed to the Chestnut Tanuki, one, I don't know why you're here if you're not subbed to her, but definitely do that. Um, and if you're watching this after the fact, it's all down in the description. Get down there, Linktree, all the socials, follow them all. And especially follow Hime as well because Chestnut is always over on that channel as well. So you can catch her either way.
That is true. That is true. Thanks so much, Nerdtaku. I super appreciate it, my friend.
Of course. Thank you guys so much. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Anything coming up?
I mean, nothing crazy coming up right now. I mean, I've been doing a few shorts, been doing a little bit more long form videos than I'm used to. So trying to keep up with those long forms. My last two have done pretty well, so I'm hoping maybe a Steven Universe long form soon. Kind of get back in the swing of things there. So I guess look forward to that.
Yeah, it definitely. If you are not watching her Steven Universe stuff, I don't know what you're doing either because Steven Universe is amazing, and we got to keep the hype up so we get more. So hopefully we get that in the near future as well. Um,
Word up.
I binged that all over the pandemic, and it was the best decision. Um,
It's hella good, bro.
yeah, so good. Um, but thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for your time, Chestnut, and we will see you next time. And that is my piece. Remember, manga and especially One Piece, but manga in general is better as a conversation. And I love having that conversation with you guys. All right,
All
Jana.
right, guys.